So here we are back again in the live process. We keep going on the left angle cross of the Clarion with the 6-2 and the 6-3 profile. So here we go. The 6-2. When we get to the 6, we have utilization. Clarity is a double-edged sword, and it's what we learn. The 57 realized that there's no point at the 6th line level to look ahead anymore. There's no point. There's no point looking to the 34 or the 10 or the 20 because they don't have the answer. This is where the 6th line takes the individual at its deepest, most isolated freedom. It is what happened to the 57 is that the 57, like most rare baby, the head turns around like this. And instead of looking that way, it says, where's the struggle? I want struggle. And of course, they're not saying that. They're saying this is pointless and without purpose. No matter what I do, no matter where my intuition takes me, it does not resolve anything. It doesn't help me to have a better relationship with the other. I don't care about the other. I don't want to know how to evolve. It's the dream of the 57. It says it can only be in love. If I can only be in love, then I can turn my back on tomorrow. Now that's nice poetry. If I can only find love, tomorrow is not a problem anymore. I can be complete in it now. When clarity points to a problem, one is enabled because of circumstances to solve a tendency to anger and frustration that provokes inevitability, futile action, intuition making the best of a situation. The difficult situation is that the 57 knows it alone, it's clear, and it cannot work its way through anything because every time it gets a message, it force gets it. If we are only men animals, I would be so easy to be splendid. I know that when I went to my deconstruction period, it's very, very easy to be integration. But boy, the moment that there are humans around now, when you're a freak, you know right away that you're out of depth. This is not your world. 6-3. The 6-3 says the best thing I can do is offer my genes to the tribe because that's what I see as the solution. The joke for me is to look at the spleen and you look at the 57 and you see that it's turning its head. The first thing that's really going to catch is the eye of the 32. The 50 is over there. You can come to the 50. You don't want to talk about it. What catches is the eye is the 32 because the 32 is right beside it. It's like, okay, maybe this is the answer and maybe this is where it is. Well, let's see. There's an enormous problem with that. It's described in this line as frustration and anger when that is something that is planning because, of course, it's not experienced that way. It's just a way to try to describe this frustration that is inherited in the spleen and what it means to deal with the spleen, how difficult it is to trust your spleen because there's no sustainment. The thing about 6-3 is that they know that this life like that, it's difficult, it's hard, everything hurts, but maybe there's a maybe. Maybe there's a way. Maybe there's a way because I can see over there that there seems to be a maybe way. They call it transformation. Remember the intrinsic relationship between the individual and the tribe. The tribe cannot survive without individuals once a while adding to their gene pool. The traveling salesman stories, the farmer and the farmer's daughter, and you've got new genes, and suddenly you have a freak that you add to the community and you change the gene pool because if you don't keep refreshing the gene pool, then the tribe is going to lose its power. So tribes have always been open to taking in individual genetics to add to it. As long as the individual then surrenders to being tribal, but that's another story. What the 57 discovers right away is that the 32 is interesting, but it's not its lover. It's not interesting because the 32 says the only thing to be afraid of is failure. Because when you get to the 28, the only thing you have to be afraid of is death and lack of purpose. The 57 goes, yes, baby, you're right. When the 32 says, no, 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 it's all about whether you're a failure or not. The 32 is concerned about tribal survival. The 57 already knows how to survive. It seems kind of silly that they worry about that. Duration, the only thing that endures is change. Let us not forget. So then we move to the 32nd gate, and I will let you know what's going on out there. Thank you.